School is a motherfucking session. So let's talk about this shit right here, right now, right? It is fall season. It is fucking cold as fuck. Kids are going back to school, and Netflix just released a new movie just in time for the school year. We're talking about hashtag reality high because we got to put hashtags in front of everything because why not? It's the social media generation. So who gives a shit, right? All right, so let's talk about this thing. Netflix actually kills the game, right? They got good movies, they got good TV shows. Sometimes them shits can actually pretty bad on both fronts, but sometimes people actually don't really like to acknowledge that. Now, sometimes their movies don't really work out that well. I think that's one of Netflix's biggest kind of complaints is sometimes their movies. And now they're venturing into the teen comedy scene, so let's see how that actually goes. Teen comedy is a very difficult type of genre for the most part because there's a whole bunch of cliches to get through. Cliches aren't bad as long as you actually can tweak that shit around and make it kind of fresh. So let's talk about Reality High. Is it actually fresh? Is it actually tweaking the genre? Is it kind of going forward? Or is it just kind of going backwards and not doing diddly squat? So let's talk about this shit right now. Reality High is not very good. Now, Reality High, you can actually say it does have good messages about the social media type of stuff. I think when it comes to social media and the craze to be popular or liked, that's where Reality High actually succeeds. What it fails at is the execution on those kind of messages or morals or whatever it may be, because the script is just kind of half-assed and lazy, through with cliches, and just simply put unlikable characters to the point where you don't give a fuck about anybody going forward, even when everybody starts to have a conscience or realize that they're gay by the time the end of the movie is over. So it really doesn't matter when the credits start rolling, just to begin with. Now, one of the biggest complaints or one of the biggest critiques you can say about this movie just in general is just that this doesn't feel like something from Netflix, right? You've seen Netflix stuff, they do some really good shit. But this doesn't feel like something from Netflix. This seems like some shit from YouTube Red. And I know what you're thinking. Damn, that's a bad fucking critique. But let me tell you this right now. That's pretty much what it seems like. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to regret the YouTube Red purchase because this is obviously Netflix. But nonetheless, you're still going to fucking regret the time you're going to be watching with this thing. Now, overall, this movie's not terrible. I'm just going to say that right now. This movie's not terrible. This movie has a shit ton of cliches. I mean, like, every cliche from anything from Pretty in Pink to Love Don't Cost a Thing to The Breakfast Club to fucking American Pie. Any cliche taken from one of those movies, just throw that some bitch in here and just mix it in a fucking pot and call it Reality High. And throw a dash of social media on top of it. Because that's basically what you get. Like, the cliches are running wild like Hulk Hogan at a WrestleMania. So that's just my basic extent to it. Now, I will give the movie props. It talks about social media kind of corrupting people with power, because once you're popular, people kind of think that's the end all be all. You know, this day and age with everybody from Facebook to Twitter, Instagram, whatever it may be, social media, even YouTube, we all want to be liked. Some people take it to, obsess amounts to be liked. That's their end all be all goal. And sometimes they don't realize that the people that are actually kind of on the hype train that you are, they don't really give a fuck about you, because once your popularity is over, they're going on to the next motherfucker. And that's the unfortunate truth. But that's the harsh fucking reality. Now, when it comes to the characters, every motherfucker is dumb. Even the father of the main girl in this movie says she's a fucking dumbass. That was a fuck up, but whatever. Don't judge me. Yeah, even the fucking father tells it to the daughter, she's been acting like a dumbass. It's because every character in here just seems very unlikable to the point where they're talking about emojis and saying, I gotta tweet this, I gotta fucking take selfies. Look, I may be a young enough dude, but I'm telling you right now, if you telling me you taking tweets and selfies every 5 seconds, I'm gonna slap you in the face. I'm just not that type of guy that gives a fuck about that. Also, I just don't give a fuck about emojis. Hard truth, but I just don't give a fuck about them. That makes him sound like an asshole, and guess what? Maybe I'm an asshole. Now, overall, there's a couple of good things, as I said in here. It also talks about the fact that just because you're popular doesn't mean you actually have friends. You got 12 million point one, subscribers or followers. That doesn't mean everybody likes you. It doesn't mean shit. It also talks about that, you don't really have, your business is not really safe on the social media generation. High school is tough enough as is, but high school and the social media generation, that's even more fucking tough. Everybody's taking pictures. Shit could go online. It could ruin your life. But you obviously have to kind of push forward and move on. Now, I think that's kind of where Reality High kind of succeeds at. And obviously, the performances themselves, the acting, it's okay. Kate Walsh pops up because apparently she's Netflix's new hoe. She was in this, and she was in 13 Reasons Why. I'm just waiting for the next Netflix movie or TV show for her to be in, and then, she could complete her training. But nonetheless, now, all I can really say about this movie is just that it doesn't really feel like anything. It feels like we've been there, we've done that. Like, it feels old school in some of its cliches with a new school type of lazy writing. That's just basically how you can kind of describe it. And I can save you about an hour and 39 minutes simply put by giving you this advice. Watch the trailer. It gives you every fucking plot point imaginable. That's it. Except, maybe like 2 fucking small details. The movie does kind of feel like it gets a little bit convoluted towards the end. I thought the friend was going to be getting with her, but honestly, I wasn't really sure if the friend was into her or Freddy liked to get fingered. So it didn't really make any sense to me personally. It just kind of got a little bit confusing. But I think, like I said, I thought it touched upon how social media can kind of manipulate people into kind of, swaying their opinions, their fashion choices, whatever it may be, what they like, what they don't like, because that's what it is. Everybody wants to kind of get on that train of what's popular and not necessarily what is right or what is their own opinion. But it is what it is. Reality High is nothing special. You got cliches running up the ass like heroin. It is what it is, though. Comment, subscribe, and like. I'm Chris Smith, and I'm signing out.